Hello and welcome to another model review. This month's model is the Hornby R3502 and it's the Virgin Trains East Coast Class 43 HST and it's the NRM 40 edition. And this is a limited edition from Locomotion Models in Shildon. So we'll get out the pack and we'll have a look. Okay, first things first, we've got the limited edition certificate here, and this particular model is 277 of 500. And it's signed by Brian Greenwood, who's the chairman of the Locomotion Joint Management Board. There's also a space here for Simon Kohler, who was the Locomotion Models Manager until very recently. It has not been signed, presumably because he left before these came in. So that's the certificate out of the way, and I'll get the model open here. It comes in Hornby's usual kind of polystyrene sleeve, and nice to see that it's been well packaged up in this tissue paper. Also good to see that there's an additional layer of tissue paper there, because what I was finding on some of the HSTs was the glue or the tape used to stick these polystyrene tabs on was actually coming through and leaving a kind of shiny mark on the paintwork of the models. I suppose it could be removed with soapy water, I think, but you know, it's nice to see that they've actually maybe listened to some of the criticism or comments and put this extra bit of tissue paper in. Right, what I'll do, I'll have to put the camera down, I'll get both out of this box and we'll have a look at the actual model. Right, I've put both power cars side by side and I'll look at each one individually. The first one I'll have a wee look at is the special liveried one. This is the National Railway Museum 40 years anniversary livery, and it is superbly done. Looking at the actual model, the printing here is so small and fine, and actually it lists all of the national collection, from Mallard, Evening Star, you know, what other one could we pick up there? Winston Churchill, the Black Five. Okay, so it really is well picked out, and a kind of silhouette of some of the collection here as well. You've got the Bullet Train, Mallard, Rocket, and it really is superbly tied in with the current Virgin livery, with the kind of white swoosh there, with the red and the grey. It really is stunning. Move kind of to the back of the loco. It's got the etched brass nameplates. This one actually, one was a wee bit loose when I got it, so I just carefully took it off. It's just held on with a little bit of glue or double-sided kind of tack tape, and I just used double-sided sticky tape cut up into small pieces to put it back on. You know, it allows a bit more adjustment and it's not going to have glue spills everywhere, so that's what I would, you know, do for putting the etch plates on. I don't tend to put etch plates on models, but this one came with it, so obviously I had to straighten it up and make sure it was a bit tighter. This model has got the guard's window that used to be here filled in as per the prototype, so that's ideal. If I turn it around the other side, it's not just a mirror image of the other side, it's actually got different locos in silhouette here. You might want to pick out the Deltic there, for example, and it's got the number of the power car 43238, which is obviously the actual car that was named in September, I think, last year at York to mark the 40th anniversary of the National Railway Museum. Moving further along, same as the other side here, you've got the etched plates, you've got obviously the overhead warning, flash warning there, and it's typical Hornby HST, very heavy. This is the power car, this one, the actual motorised one, very heavy, solidly built. It's got sprung doors here. This being the MTU version, or the refurbished version of the HST power car, it's got the kind of split window there as found on the East Coast machines. If you turn it around to the front here, it's got the smaller LED circular or oval headlights. They don't suit the power car as well as the original in my opinion, but that's just obviously technology where the power of the lights is better. That's you know, that's just what they are now. The livery on the nose of the Virgin East Coast livery I don't think suits the HST as well as some other private operators. The black lower nose here doesn't accentuate the nose enough. I think it could have done with a yellow band going all the way down. You know, like the GNER ones, it would just have looked, in my opinion, a little bit more menacing. and purposeful. But again, that's Virgin's choice, and that's the way they see their livery, so who am I to pass judgment? If we look at the roof of this power car, it has the new fan arrangement, which on the old ones was slightly different, which I'll show you shortly. And it's got the exhaust deflector or baffles removed, as per the ones that run on the East Coast. See, it's much flatter there. It almost resembles the original HST when it came out in '76 without the exhaust deflectors. I'm presuming the MTU engine's a cleaner engine, doesn't require the exhaust kind of deflectors as much as the Paxman Valenta engines. So I'll pop that one to the side just now, and I'll get the standard Virgin power car as it was paired with the liveried one when it was named, which is 43312, so it's the actual power car at the other end that day. It's in standard Virgin livery, very attractive. Again, I've got an issue with the kind of black lower nose, but this kind of almost Coke can swoosh here, and the Virgin logo is picked out perfectly. It doesn't have the kind of faded, kind of washed out Virgin logo here. If it doesn't need it, it's got it at the other end, because this power car here has got it. Okay, same arrangement with the windows along the guards compartment, and same arrangement on the roof. Now, what I've noticed, actually, if you look very closely, is you can see the kind of outline of where the window was. I don't know if that's just a tooling or if that's an accurate representation of the prototype. Who knows? If anyone does know, please get in touch. Again, same arrangement at the front. The yellow stands out a bit more against the red, and again, correctly applied. The silver kind of banding goes into the second light, which really cuts through the yellow flash there, which is correct. It's supposed to be like that. And well applied cantrell stripe there on the roof, and obviously you've got the power car number down the nose there. Same interior as the other power car, same roof arrangement, same fans, etc. So we're looking good. We're looking good. Okay. So I'm now going to show you a comparison to the original HST. I've put both power cars side by side here. The obviously original Sir Kenneth Grange inspired livery, the yellow and blue, and the modern Virgin East Coast livery. First off, you can tell the difference with the headlights. The one on the right obviously is the one-piece glass covering the lights, whereas the Virgin one has the individual oval LED lights fitted. You decide which one you prefer. I'm for the original, but I'm not saying the Virgin one doesn't look good, but I just prefer the look of the original. The door arrangement is different. This obviously got the split glass panels, that one's got a one-piece glass panel, and the roof arrangement is quite different actually, because the original one has the exhaust deflectors, whereas the Virgin one doesn't, and you can tell difference from the side there. It's quite different actually to look at the power car in the kind of new arrangement. The detail on the top is different with the panels here, the access panels for lowering the engine in, and the fan arrangement is different, as you can see there. Okay, these are not working fans, by the way. They don't rotate with the loco like some earlier Hornby locos did. At the back here, I'll just kind of shuffle this one forward. The window arrangement is different. Alright, this was originally used as the guard compartment, but was found to be too noisy for the guard to sit in there for prolonged periods, especially when you've got a big Paxman Valenta engine blasting out at you there. So they just use this as a kind of a storage, for bikes and extra cargo and luggage. So it doesn't require the window. So when they refurb them, they plated it over. Okay, so that's the kind of visual difference in the power cars. Obviously this one had the original Paxman engine, this one's got the MTU engine. That one sounds far better with the Valenta scream, high pitched scream that it gave out when it was accelerating, and this one's a bit more a quiet, sombre affair, but still sounds impressive when it's going through its paces. So I hope you found that review useful. I would recommend the Virgin Limited Edition one. I don't know how many they've got left at Locomotion models, but I would recommend it if you're a collector of limited edition models. This one might be a nice addition to your collection. I don't model a modern image. I just like the look of the power car with that livery. It's a nice one to have in my collection, and I will get some Virgin Mark III coaches to run it with when I'm maybe running a more modern image running session on the layout at some point. Thanks for watching, and any comments please just put them below and I'll read them with interest. Cheers!